Yo, what is up, guys? Okay, so I got this sample right here that I just took from the song. I hope I don't get copyrighted, honestly. um Hopefully that doesn't turn any heads me saying that. But anyways, this is a sample. It's a song called LaBelle. The artist is LaBelle, so I'm crediting her. Thank you, by the way. Isn't it a shame? So it's just like the first couple seconds. We're at 173 now. The point of this video is I want to show you, I'm going to build this up a little bit. I wanted to show you a trick with the hi-hats. So this is what this video is for. It's a couple hi-hat tricks. So let's build this up a little bit. First of all, let's add a clap in. So what I'm going to do, and I already picked out a few sounds. Let's delete these patterns I have. I'm going to delete these real quick. Let me play this. So let's add a clap. I got a clap in. And we'll clean it up. We'll fix all this. How this is. I just wanted to do a quick sampling. So let me show you this hi-hat trick. I just wanted to find a good sample behind it to show you. Okay, so if we fill in each two steps, now, if we fill in each two steps, let's fill in each two steps. Our BPM's at 173. That might be too quick. So let's fill in each 4 steps. Now that sounds good, but how would you spice it up? That's the question. How would you want to spice this up, the hi-hats? So this is a let me show you one technique, and one thing that's really awesome that you can do is instead of it hitting every 4, let's make it hit every 8. Let's go into a hi-hat, and a lot of people don't know about this. Let's turn on the echo delay, the feedback delay. So let's turn this down to 1. Okay, so we get 1 echo. Let's turn up the feedback right here just a little bit, 13%. So if we turn it up 100%, what that means is that when we hear 1 click, it's gonna echo another click, 1 click, so 100%. So if we turn it up to like 13, then we'll have that, like, what the effect we're gonna achieve with this is that sample sound, like that sample J Dilla sound, like that Wayne sound or whatever, like tick 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 tick, like instead of tick 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 tick, like 1, like it'll be tick tick tick, and that's like that's a struggle with tambourines. If you don't know how to do this with tambourines, then you'll never get that like real tambourine sound. So let me show you what I'm talking about, and you can hear it. You hear it? Now here's the main, this is the main thing that's really matters, the time. And literally just a little bit off can make it sound weird. So if you just like, you gotta really find the sweet spot here, and don't discourage yourself if you can't find it. Just try to like mess around, get it right. You will find it. So let's actually fill in each 4 and bring this down a little bit. And let's shift that over. Sounds pretty good. So it gives us that tick tick. Now let me pull up a tambourine if I could find one. Let me just try and search it real quick. Like tambourine. I don't know if that'll pop up. Did I spell that right? If it doesn't pop up, I just wanted to show you the effect with like a tambourine, because like it's so effective with a tambourine, or like a shaker. A shaker works good too. So like if you're trying to get that like that doubling effect, like that tick tick that you like always hear, but you can never figure it out. You're like, okay, how do I get that though? And like you're kind of sitting there confused. And I mean, so all in all, I mean, I would just you know, I would just use it once in a while if you haven't used it before. I mean, it really brings it life, fills in a lot of dead space too. By the way, this has taken a long time to search. I don't know why. I shouldn't. It's because I have so many sample packs. I hope that doesn't take too much longer, guys. I just want to hop back on this beat. So that is one cool trick that we can do with hi-hats. So now I don't see. Of course, it didn't even, whatever. Let me just see if I can find one, guys. Like a shaker or a tambourine. Now I'm not exactly sure where I'd keep one. Here's shakers. I really wish I had a tambourine. Let's pick this shaker real quick. And I'm not gonna add this in this beat. But I want to add I want to find a tambourine. I mean, you guys kind of get what I'm trying to do here. I mean, those are terrible tambourines. Let me see if I can find one, guys. So let's pick a couple of these and see if let's pick a couple of these and let's do the same thing. And I want to show you like the feel you get. So let me mute this hi-hat. And on pattern 2, let's fill that in again. And let's do the same thing. Let's turn up. Let's go to tools. Let's turn echoes down to 1. Feedback up a little bit, 13%, 17%. Doesn't really matter. And let's turn our time up. See what I'm saying? It gives it that sample feel. Let's channel route this route selected. Let's get all these in there real quick. And that's a sweet little way you can do that. Now, let's route all those, my bad, guys. And I want to do one more thing. So let's go into our piano roll with our hi-hats. So we're on our hi-hat pattern. Let's go into here. Now let's go to our house percussion, the one we're selected on, and we can pan these and control these. Let's pan them a little bit. Let's bring this up and actually zoom in with our control and our flywheel, and I'm just gonna bring these down, up, down. Now do you hear how alive that just got? It literally just came alive when we did that. Now let's do the same thing here. Let's bring these up and down the velocity. Because in real life, if you're playing this, you're not going to get these, like, perfect hits every time. You're not like a robot that's going to hit 73% on your... You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to hit at that perfect every time. So I think we should turn those down, give it a real humanized feel. And it brings it everywhere. And it gives it a real nice feel. Now let's turn that down. Pan it. And now we're doing something. So that sounds really good to me. I don't know about you guys. So let's add a sick 808. I don't know why I just said sick like that, but I want to add an 808. So what we should do is take these 3, and I guess we're just gonna kind of sit here and go along with this beat. I wanna build this up a little bit while I have the video going, because it gives me a lot of inspiration to do it really quick. Okay, anyways, let's rename this to bus, vocal bus, or not vocal bus. We can name it sample bus, and I'm gonna EQ this. That's what I'm trying to do. Let's color that a different color. That way it stands out. I don't care what color, doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna let's see. Let's open up an EQ. What I want to do is cut off all these lows so I can get that bass to get in there, squeeze it in. So let's make sure all these are routed. They're not routed yet. Route to this track only. Now let's leave some bass in there. Now you can hear our our kick. Now we can layer another kick over that. There's no rules against that. We're more than welcome to. Like, we can layer a kick over that kick and add extra kicks in as well to make it a little more sample like. So let's bring this up to pattern 3, and let's go into here. Now what did we just grab? We just grabbed a kick, and we got this. Now we're not going to use the shaker. Let's actually delete this. But that is one of the coolest features, that echo thing right there. That's really cool. Once you learn it, you'll really like to use it a lot. So we're going to tune our 808, and so I'm going to do that by routing it to 11. And the only reason why I do it this way is because I record through Edison. I just say that every video because there's easier ways to do this, but it's the only way I can do it because I record my actual actual audio with Edison. So I'm going to open up. I'm just going to hit on input. I'm not even going to worry about that on input, and I'm just going to play a note. Let's play middle C, and that'll record that. Let's just, get that recording, hit that recording button. Let's hit detect pitch regions, and that'll give us G sharp. Now we don't even need Edison anymore. Let's just turn that off. Now let's go back into our 808, and let's turn that to G sharp. Now if you don't do this, now right click to do that. Now if you don't do that, your kick's gonna be out of tune with the sample. Now we're gonna keep mixing this, and let's keep building this. It might be a little bit, but this is definitely a video on hi-hats. This is what I was aiming for. So, I mean, that's a really nice way to get your hi-hats going, guys. But anyways, let's just keep building this track. Let's go to piano roll. So don't worry, we're going to really bring out the sound in this. Let's go to pattern 4. Let's add this in. Now let's just make a nice 808 pattern. So we're going to make this unique on this chorus. We're going to call this chorus. Let's actually add a time marker really quick. Add one. Let's add an intro for our first one. And we got intro over there. Now let's add verse right here. So we got a verse, and then we got a chorus over here. So that's how I want it to go. And I'm going to change it up for the chorus right here. Because first of all, it doesn't flow right. Okay, no. It doesn't flow right with the clap. You'll hear it right now. So we gotta actually move that, and let's just listen. So I want to hear it go. So we're gonna have to fix that transition, guys. We'll make a transition into that, like maybe a snare roll and maybe like a nice effect going into that, and a couple of other things, maybe even what do you call it, See if we can add, what do you call it on there? I forgot the name of it, but I don't know why. Doesn't matter. But anyways. See what else we can add. Let's go to our splice folder. I actually have 300 new credits on my splice. And I am ready to start looking, guys. I have so many splice folders, and I'm about to have so many more, and it's just kind of getting ridiculous. But I cannot help to love this splice thing. It's amazing, guys. Ooh, that's a really good one. Ooh, let's grab that snap. I love that for some reason. Let's put that on right here. Let's add that to pattern 4. Okay, maybe we're in pattern 6, guys. Okay, so let's throw this on here. Take those claps out of there. I like that. I like that way better than the claps. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this. That's why it's really important to color. Let's hit random color on all these, and then we can see what's going on. So we're gonna have that transition. Let's figure it out. Okay, we're gonna figure it out, guys. It's gonna come along good, I think. Let's add this sub drop in. Let's just add it randomly. We're gonna figure out where we want it. So I'm kind of just going through, guys, seeing what we can add. So I'm just kind of seeing what we can do now. We're gonna mix it and do other stuff to it, I think. Or it might be on this might be a long video, guys, but you know, it doesn't really matter if you guys want to watch it. The first part was hi-hat stuff, so thank you for watching for that. But this is just building the beat. So I mean, if you don't have the sample, then you don't have to watch along. But if you want to watch me build it up, and you're more than welcome to. I think we're gonna make a verse out of this, or like, you know, some stuff out of it. So let's try to find like a nice snare that fits this. Let's grab that hi-hat. I want to add that. We can add this on the same pattern. Actually, we might want to use it somewhere else. So let's just make a new pattern, pattern 7. And let's add that open hi-hat. I'm going to see where I want it. What else we got, guys? Let's just see. We're gonna try to make this real full, like a real full beat. I want it to be real nice and full. We want to have, you know, all of our lows and highs filled up and enough room for vocals as well. Let's see what else we can add, guys. Let's go around and just look. So while I'm looking, let's just see. I'm gonna go to Lex Luger, add that channel. So let's see if we can mess with. I wanna see what we can do with gross beat. Let's add a gross beat to the master right here. Let's turn on momentary. Let's turn this off. We can just drag this point down. Let's just drag that point down. Let's right click it and single curve, and then we just can drag this middle point up, and that gives us that vinyl off effect. Let's hit a create automation right here. We're creating an automation clip on the volume. So, or I'm not the volume, the on and off switch basically. So if we turn this all the way up, it's on. If we turn it all the way up, it's down, or all the way down, it's off. Sorry. So let's just make a nice little triangle for a bar, like a nice little rectangle that's 1 bar long, that is on for 1 bar. And that's how gross beat works. Let me show you real quick. If we go into gross beat real quick, this is exactly how it works. There's if you count, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can even see right here it says 4 beats. So that's just what you want to know real quick before you start using it. So that actually, you know, really helps that that transition. We can actually add like what I think would be really cool is to add like a you know, like a taking off, like a riser. I don't know why I couldn't name that, like a riser, and have it go down too as well. So let's see what we can do. So I'm just gonna I might be spending a few minutes, guys, here on looking through my sounds and packs to get some you know, some more texture in here. That's really important. Like, don't just give up. Like, don't just make this far and then say it's done. Like, if you keep putting in like the little tiny like details, it'll just really start to pop out, and you'll be really surprised at what you can actually do with yourself. Like, you'll be like, whoa, I didn't know I had that in me. And it's all because it comes together at once. And it's like once the grand scheme of things are together, it's way more, you know, perceived as better than the actual, like, I guess that's hard for me to explain, but like the composition of it, like putting it together, it's easy, but when you go and mix it and stuff, it really comes together. In post-production, it really comes together. So that's why I really, you know, want you guys to persist through and make the whole song. It's really fun too, and you get a positive feedback loop in your brain because you just finished something, so you just want to keep finishing more things. So I'm gonna actually go, let's see, I'm just trying to figure out what I want in this. So I'm just kind of looking everywhere in my samples. You guys should do the same thing. I don't know what you're if you guys are following along, but anyways, I got this this one sound. You know what sound it is. Add that in there. This is our crash. Let's add that as a wave, because let's turn that down. Let's add that as a sound file, because we don't really need to add it in with the what do you call it, the channel rack. So we'll be fine just doing it with this. Keep it in here. So let's just, I'm just gonna listen and put it where I want it. Just gonna listen and put it where I want it. keep in mind nothing's mixed yet. Let's just see, guys. I'm just kind of adding still. So, excuse me for spending so long on this, guys. But, I'm just trying to get what I want, really. You know, it's all about surprising yourself in the like, while you're doing it. When you look through all your packs, you might find something that really sounds good to the song you're making right now, and it might not have sounded good to the song before, but now it sounds good because, you know, it's just going in context with your beat. So, I think that's really important to pay attention to. Like, you don't just skip a sound because it doesn't sound good right now, what you're making. Just listen again to what you have to work with, because you might really surprise yourself on what you like, because I didn't even think I was gonna put in this tambourine loop until I heard it. So let's go to percussion. Let's go to a percussion in a different pack. Not in that pack. I'm just gonna go look around. Let's add that in. Keep it really quiet. So I'm gonna go into like a see, I really want to find like a nice what do you call it, like a riser, but I just don't know if I have that many. I don't really think I do, guys. But it's important to get those like I'm gonna add that in. We may or may not use it, I'm not sure, but I like how it swells up. Let's actually add it right here. Let's see how this sounds. Let's turn that down. Could definitely be shifted over. I think it needs to be shifted over, but I think I don't know if let's just see what we can do here. Let's stretch this a little bit. Let's resample. Let's turn up time and stretch it. Let's make sure we can see it. Just want to stretch it a bit, not much, just enough so I can fit it in. Another thing I want to do is fade it out, or the in. I want to fade the in. I just don't want to hear that click I hear. And that's really gonna bother me. Okay, so that's with our sample. Let me take that back in. So what I'm gonna do is go into the sample. Let's make this sample right here unique. Click on it and just fade out. I think that'll work. Okay, you know what? It's not gonna work, and the only way to do that is to route that to another channel. Or no, you know what? Let's just add Edison right here. To open an Edison. Let's let that play. Let's make sure we're selected on that pattern. Let's hit play. So I'm pretty sure that's our pattern. Now let's go to here. Now what I'm gonna do is take this end right here and just see this little button. We're gonna fade it out. So I'm gonna fade it out really hard, and we can just zoom in right there and fade it out. And what I'm gonna do is chop off, you know, right about there, and let's chop off that beginning, what we don't need, that recording, that Edison take, that we don't really need that. So I'm gonna put this back into here. And what I'm gonna do is click the sound, and I'm gonna just drag this tape into here. Actually, sorry. So we're gonna use this right here. There it is. So and that'll change that. And now let's hear that. Let's hear that back. I think it might be a little too quiet. I didn't really intend on making it that quiet. I think Edison did something here, or I might have done something and I wasn't paying attention. But you know, that doesn't matter. But that's how you get that out. You just want to go to Edison and fade that out. But I'm gonna turn that back up a little bit. I know it's not the right way to do that, but honestly, sounds good. Okay, let's start routing things. Let's add a maximus on the master. Okay, let's take some of that off of there. Now what's going on there? Okay. Now, a thing with this is what we can do instead of doing that. We can just click in here and automate the volume, create automation, and then just turn that down like right here. And then, you know, kind of do something like that. So it just kind of fades away. Now, obviously that's too loud. The snare. let's see. Let's add a crash in. We didn't add a crash in yet, but let's keep going first, guys. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a drum bus. And let's get all these drum sounds a little bit, sounding a little bit better. Let's grab all of them. Okay, let's make sure we're not selected there. Let's grab all of these. Besides our 808, we don't want to grab the 808. Sorry. So I'm just gonna grab these and our crash. After this track only. Now all of our sounds are going through here. Now what I'm gonna do is add a limiter. And the only reason why is because I want to cut off some of these hard points. You know what, let's actually add a compressor as well. So let's add a compressor. And what else I'm gonna do is add a maximus here in a second. There's a lot of things we can do. And I try to stick to FL Studio plugins in my videos because I just feel like it's easier to work with. I have these other ones, but I just feel like not everyone has those or wants to go out of their way to go get them. Anyways, let's add a little bit of delay, or not a delay. So what I'm gonna do, actually, I just have ideas popping in my head. What I want to do is add a delay in this clap. Let's do that really quick. I want to add a delay in this clap. So we got a delay in our clap. Now what I'm gonna do is add a automation clip. And what I'm going to do is find our clap. Now we got one bar up, one bar down. I want to change that to be like this. I want to make sure one bar's off completely and one bar's on completely. That way, we get this nice bouncing effect on our claps. And just that little bit of a texture, that little bit of extra stuff or detail in our song can really bring out a lot more, you know, it really makes it a lot better. So let's just do that real quick. I want to do that. I want to add this over here. Let's clone that. Let's make sure that's right. So what's wrong is our delay is just crazy high. Okay, so you see how our delay is supposed to be. That's actually wrong. Let's actually clone that over like this. Okay. So that really brings in a lot of extra, you know, whatever. And if you wanted to, you could actually bring you could bring it to ping pong, and we can ping pong it back. You know, our panning. We can actually so you can hear it going all over the place, and that's just a nice way to get, you know, extra effects going. So let's name this verse. And then let's bring another chorus over here. And that'll be the end. So that helpful automation clip stuff really brings out, you know, your beat. Let's add a maximus. Let's keep mixing. So we got our maximus on. We didn't really use it. So what I'm gonna do is look at the. I'm gonna center the lows. That way not everything's so crazy down in the bottom. I could show you with a wave candy, but I'm not gonna pull that up for the sake of the time. Now let's go to our 808 and add another maximus because that sounds just a little too crazy. I think that's right here. Let's make sure. Okay, so let's add another 808. I mean, I'm sorry, maximus. And that'll help us center that. And we don't have to solo it. But let's go back to our maximus here. Now let's spread this sample in our mids. So you hear it needs it. It definitely needs it. So we spread our mids. If that's not enough spreading for you, I think we can spread it better with stereo shaper. Let's see what we can do. If we go to mid right splitter, A side splitter, it gives us a better split. Sounds a lot better. So, we're about wrapped up here, guys. Let's add a verse over this. There's definitely more we could do to this, but I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Crash. We don't have to add a crash, actually. I don't want it to go every... Okay, so us not having it on is making it... See, I don't want to do that. Us not having that on is actually affecting that right there. So we need to add automation clip right here. I'm just adding a bunch of random points because I don't really care. And as long as it gets the job done and it's off, that's fine with me. So I just don't want the delay to be on for a second. Then I'm going to let it turn back on. Okay, so... Let's see what else, guys. Let's add a verse. Now that just sounds a little too weird how that transitions. Okay, so I want to take that and just wasn't cutting it for me, guys. Make sure all these are the same volume. You know, I'm actually not gonna add a verse over this, guys. But I'm gonna play it back. Thank you for watching. Peace. thank you for watching, guys. This has been a sample beat, hi-hat tips and tricks, and a couple other tricks, I guess. You know, just messing around. So I just wanted to show you guys that hi-hat trick. We ended up building up this beat. So thank you for watching. Peace.